What's up, everyone? My name is Melissa McCack, and I'm here with my brother, Justin McCack.
Hey, everybody.
We're also here with a special guest, another one of our social media extraordinaires, Jozette Belmont.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, okay, you are listening to Room 51, where we talk about all things board gaming. This is Meet the Team, where we're doing a whole series of just meeting the team, the people behind the scenes of Room 51. They help us out so much, so we wanted to give them some airtime. Jozette is one of our Twitter social media person. So, Josette, can you tell us a little bit about that and what you do?
Yeah. So I help run the Room 51 Twitter with my friend Caitlin, who I'm sure you'll be hearing from soon. And so I post all of the tweets. I come up with everything, plan them out, work with Melissa and Justin on strategy, that kind of stuff, and just interact with you all, which is really fun. So that's what I do.
Yeah. And it was so needed. Justin and I, we started up a Twitter page thing, and we were like, oh no, I don't get Twitter. I don't understand it. I
Yeah,
don't want to.
honestly, I thought it would be so easy because in my head I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna post random stuff. Like I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would open up a creative post and be like, nothing. I don't know.
Crickets.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Crickets. Yeah.
Haha, board games. Haha, post. Like I have no idea. Like
I came across Josette's page. I mean, we're friends, but
Mm-hmm.
which is how I came across her page. Um,
that sounded like out of nowhere one
Out
day
of
I came
nowhere,
across this
just found
random
this
person.
girl.
Yeah.
yeah. Who's that girl? Okay. But
God.
yeah, so I was checking it out,
We're
and
gonna
I
get
was
flagged
like,
for copyright.
we're not.
It's not 15 seconds. If it's 15 seconds, it's
All
bad.
right,
We're good.
perfect. Perfect.
See, Josette knows everything about this stuff.
This is
But
how
yeah,
we found it.
so I saw her tweets, and I was like, she's pretty funny. She's getting some engagement and everything. Let's hit her up, man. Like, we need help.
Yeah.
And
No, I
uh,
feel you.
yeah, she graciously said yes for a price. No, I'm just kidding. um, so yeah, so that's how that came to be. Josette, what is sort of like your vision for our Twitter page?
Great question. What I really like about Twitter, so the reason I use it is a sense of community. And so I'd like this to be that for Room 51. I'd love it to be a hub where all of our fans or listeners or anybody who's interested in board games can just come and find information. I need to find a board game to buy to play with my family. Oh, Melissa says this one's cool, let me buy it. Or with Friday favorites, for example, interacting with everybody, getting their thoughts. I just like it to be something where they can go and I don't know, feel like they can take a load off and read something funny and listen to a cool podcast and learn about board games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I dig it.
Yeah.
You mentioned Friday favorites. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what that is for Room 51?
Yeah, so it's something we started recently, I believe 2 to 3 weeks ago. And so just every Friday we pick sort of a topic, sort of like you all do here. So for example, this week it was social deduction, and we asked everybody what their favorite game in that genre is. And so, for example, Melissa gave Battlestar Galactica, and Justin gave Deception: Murder in Hong Kong, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Two games which I love dearly, so I was really excited for those picks. And then we just have you all talk about them, interact with fans, ask their favorites, that kind of stuff. It's just something to, get the conversation going.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And it's the Friday favorites is one for social media that I really like just because, I mean, for me, it's really fun just to talk about board games that I like. So it's just another weekly opportunity for me to do that. I mean, that's why I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy doing the podcast. I like board games, so I want to talk about board games. And Friday favorites is just another outlet for that. It's like, all right, Justin, what's your favorite social deduction? That was easy for me. Deception, Murder, and
Mm-hmm.
Haunted. That one was super easy. I immediately was just like, yep, that one. Abstract strategy, though, I had a tough time with that because there's a few that I really liked, but I mean, I wound up going with Samurai. But yeah, and I,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that. It's I really enjoy being able to talk about what's my favorite board game and whatnot. So it's kind of cool that even the social media aspect now is lending itself to that. So I really like that.
I agree with that. I mean, clearly, I love talking about board games. So that's a big reason why I want to do content creation because it allows me to continuously talk about board games all day, every day. But yeah, that's true. Where now, even in our social media side of things, we're getting to talk a little bit about some of our favorite board games that maybe don't get brought up in the podcast for one reason or another. Although I talk about Battlestar Galactica pretty much almost all the time. It's just so
S-
good.
Same for me with
It is.
Deception, I think. And
Yeah,
yeah, BSG is a really great game. It's one that I think I personally underhype because it's a really good
you
game.
do.
Um, little long, I guess maybe is why
Enough.
I
Okay,
don't know.
Justin,
Yeah.
enough. Moving
But
on.
it's great.
It is. It's a great game. It's a great game. I highly recommend that game.
All right. Well, with that, Josette, how did you get into the board gaming hobby?
Oh, this is fun. So I'm an only child, and so I didn't actually get to play a ton of board games. Like the two that were like staples in my household were like Scrabble and Monopoly. And I wasn't good at either of them. But I really enjoyed playing them to the point where like I would kind of just like play them by myself. And then I had like card games I'd play, but like nothing like too wild. And then as I grew older, like I gained some friends finally, and I got to play with them. What really happened was I actually played like Tabletop Simulator on Steam, and I get to play like a bunch of different board games on there. So stuff like Arkham Horror or Eldritch Horror, that kind of thing, where like I
Wow.
wouldn't own that game because like I don't know where to find it, and also I don't have that many people to play with. Like I can play it on there with friends like across the world. And also because of y'all. Like you all play games all the time. You invite me very nicely to your board game days, which has made me really happy because now I can actually play all the games I like.
Awesome. I just really like hearing somebody actually saying how like digital board gaming was a big way in which that they got into. I feel like I haven't heard that before, and that's really cool.
That is interesting. Yeah, I don't quite hear that very often either. It's mostly stumbled into my friendly local game store, or I had friends
Mm-hmm.
who taught me or whatever. But yeah, yours is a little bit different where you went to the digital scene. And it's true, right? Because you get to play with people globally, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. For
Right.
sure.
Sweet. So here we go. Are people ready for
No,
a
I
three
need
for
a timer.
three? Well, as
Ah!
you pick out the timer, I'm going to tell people what a 3 for 3 is. So for those who are familiar with our 5 for 5s, or if you've been looking at this Meet the Team stuff, it's pretty much the same. So 5 for 5 was when we would pick out a random topic, which I've already done here. We don't know what it is, and we would come up with a top 5 list for that topic in just 5 minutes. It's the same concept here, where we're just going to come up with 3 games in 3 minutes. Are people ready?
Absolutely.
Ready.
Here we go. Let me actually get my board game geek ready. All right. So the topic is da, 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 da. Okay. Oh God.
I was scared of this.
Oh
Sorry,
no.
we got this.
This is hard. Okay. Our top 3 characters that appear in board games, not including IPs. Good luck, everybody.
All
Can I?
right, you got
You mean?
3 minutes.
Do you mean like not a TV show board game, for
Yeah,
example?
like it
Correct.
can't be a
Yes.
TV show, a book, anything. So it's just a board game. Characters.
Yes.
And that could be loose, right? Like it could. Okay.
Yeah, I think it has to be loose.
Cool. I'm so excited.
I have to like.
I'm
Oh
freaking
no.
out. We only have 3 minutes. The
It's,
thing is, I can't remember the names of any
I
character.
I
I don't
had to
know.
Google the game and like Doodle the
Oh
name.
yeah, 100%. I have no idea what I'm doing at all.
Same.
This is so bad. Who wrote this?
Who wrote it? Really
Which one
though?
of
Who
you?
wrote this?
Who came up with this?
Wait, Melissa, was this you? Because I feel like it had to be.
It was
I,
definitely me
I mean,
in a moment of stupidity.
I don't even know if I can think of a third one. Oh God.
Oh God, I have to like Google stuff. What
a
is
minute
happening?
15. A minute 15.
No way, I'm not even close.
Uh, What games do I like that have people in them?
I this is impossible.
This is a bad one. Oh no. I'm
Oh,
so
Okay,
God.
sorry,
this is what I'm
Jozette.
gonna do.
I'm nervous. I don't know if I can think of a third one.
I just thought of a first one.
I'm shocked I got two, Melissa. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Please, please. Oh.
I don't have. Oh no.
35 seconds.
I'm not gonna come up with a third one.
Stop. Okay, wait.
Can we lie a little bit? Is that
Oh,
fine?
Can we lie?
I
What
got
if
it.
I don't come up with a third one?
Oh no, that's based off
20
an IP.
seconds.
Stop.
20 seconds. You had to come up with the third one. Guys, stretch it. I already know what my stretch pick was gonna be.
Oh,
Trying to look up what the different characters' name in this one game was.
this is freaking nuts.
Alright, time.
Shoot.
Time. Pencils down.
I don't know.
Pencils down, children.
I
I-
didn't even rank them.
Y'all,
Oh,
I
I
don't.
did. I mean, I wrote them actually in order, so I'm gonna do this. Alright, cool.
Is it?
That
Is it
was,
cool, Justin?
you know, I gotta admit just that, like, I was like a little nervous. I was like, man, I hope we don't get one that's like really hard. Like, I was nervous about getting one that's very specific to a category that like you didn't play a lot of, and me and Melissa did, so we wrote it though. Yeah, because we wrote these with us two in mind.
Right.
So
I
I was not expecting that. That came out of left field. That was awesome.
Actually
I cannot.
sweating.
All right, can we rock paper scissors this?
Yes.
Can I go last? Okay.
Do you want to go last? I feel like after
I'd
this,
love to go
no.
last.
I almost got
Okay.
soft there for a second. Heck no.
This is Room
Okay.
51, baby.
Okay.
I almost had soft. Ooh. All right, rock paper scissors says shoot.
Oh.
Does that mean
Rock.
okay.
We gotta redo it.
Where we?
Rock,
paper scissors says shoot.
I win.
All right, Melissa, what's your order?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, I'm kind of proud of my list. I actually think I'm proud of my list.
Shut up, bro.
I know.
You're gonna go last.
No.
No, actually, I don't want you to go last. You're gonna go second. I'll go first.
You had to
Thank
make
you.
yourself go last and Jozette go first.
Okay. Here we go. So, I didn't even rank them. So I'm gonna rank them like right now as I go. So I think I wrote them down.
I thought
No.
you called me a cheater for that once.
No. Anyway, so my number 3 is the little characters in My Little Scythe.
The Chibis.
The Chivis, yeah. I don't know the names of any of them,
Nah.
but they look adorable and badass at the same time.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of a good point. Their design really combos that really well.
Yeah, so
Nice.
I feel like the character it's really through the models where the character comes through, I think, for them. But yeah, that's my number 3, My Little Scythe little characters.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the list said character, not
Yeah,
characters.
don't matter. Enough. It's my
So
number 3.
I'm just saying. I think you should have chosen like one of the models. But I respect the pick. I respect
I had
the
3
pick. And it was your number
minutes. I
3.
don't know.
Dude, I've made some terrible choices on my top 5s and top 3s,
And in life.
and in life, and I've gotten judged hard. All right,
It's not. You know
I
what?
wrote-
Just
I wrote mine on a post-it this time.
can everybody
So-
just give me a second?
for what?
Just give me a second.
Sure.
Is she doing something, or is she
I don't-
like?
I don't know. I'm nervous. She's gonna look at a board game, isn't she?
She is. She's looking at the board game to
She's
find the
looking
name
at
of
a
a character.
Yep.
Why not doodle it? That's what I did for my characters.
Yeah, unless like it's something not Googleable.
I People are nerds, you know.
Yeah. This is I
People
mean, listen. Oh, I know. In my Googling, I know they're nerds. Board
exactly
game
like
geek.
I looked up one. I'm not gonna say it just yet, but I mean one of the ones that I looked up. I'm shocked. Like I doodled it, and there's so many images that like told me the answer to this. It's
Mhm.
amazing. Um, I have to. I'm kind of surprised by this. I actually like my list. Like
I'm super happy for you. I'm less thrilled, but here we are.
here we are. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, you're done, Melissa. Yeah, you're muted. You're muted.
I'm good. I'm ready.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So all right. All right. I actually do respect your pick though with the chibis,
Thank you.
Melissa.
It was pretty
Uh,
great.
it was. It was. I respect the pick. Just as I personally like them as well. So my number three, I actually, I have to admit, I'm kind of proud of this list because I actually really like these three that I chose. Like, I'm kind of surprised that these three came to my mind, but I'm happy with them. My number three though is arguably not a board game; it's a trading card game from Magic the Gathering. I chose Jace, the Planeswalker Jace. He's like the
I
blue
thought of him.
Planeswalker. I, Growing up and playing Magic. All right, first of all, I suck at Magic, but I used to really suck at Magic. And blue is like arguably the hardest color. Like the strategy in blue is definitely you need to game knowledge, but it didn't matter for me because when Jace was playable, I wanted to play him. I loved his look. I don't know the lore of Jace or anything, man, but I loved his cards, like his planeswalker abilities and everything, and his look was so cool. So yeah, and I kind of just came up with him while making this list, and I was like, I don't care if you want to. I mean, for me, I don't care if you argue that Magic the Gathering doesn't belong on the board gaming list. For me, it does. Uh, that's just like how I personally feel about it. But yeah, so my number three, Jace.
I don't know if you keep mentioning this, but nobody's arguing with you.
I had
Yeah,
Giuseppe
I'm not
argue me on
arguing.
it, so now
I
I
mean
feel like it's Giuseppe. But yeah, no, I mean I love Giuseppe, but he immediately argued me on that.
Yeah.
So now
He
he's
That's
listens to the
now-
podcast.
He was listening to the episode that I said magic and immediately argued me. I don't know if he still listens to it, but that's a little off topic, I guess.
Okay.
To
Cool.
talk about this one friend.
I fought with one person, so I'm gonna yell about this.
Exactly.
I agree with you if that makes you feel any better, because I was
I-
gonna say I played Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon and all the other.
Yeah, I think
They
trading
count
card
to me.
games, it counts. I agree with that.
Anyway, my pick, my number three pick. So mine are a little general. But so I chose the researcher from the pandemic game. Specifically
Okay.
because I often play that character, but also because I like the ability they have to be able to like give a card to, and I believe it's you can give a card to anybody no matter what city you're in. Does that sound correct?
It's the
Is it the
research
opposite?
operation. Some.
Yeah, the researcher, I think you're able to hold more cards.
You're able to hold more cards. I know I played the
I
researcher
remember.
a lot, so I might just not remember clearly, but that is the character that I like because I always end up playing them and I enjoy it. That's not a fun answer, but my other
No.
two are fun. I promise.
No,
That's cool. That's
that-
way better than what I've got.
I actually kind of hate you right now because I would bump Jace off for the what's the one that I played? The Dispatcher. Because I've been
Mhm.
playing the Dispatcher throughout Legacy, so I feel so
Ooh.
akin now to the Dispatcher. That would have hit my number three. That would
Yeah,
actually hurts. I kind
I
of hate
love
you
the
right now.
medic. Medic is my
Mhm.
favorite.
It oh man, because it's cool, especially I think regardless of if you played Legacy or not, you start to maybe feel a little like kinship between you and your character and or the one that you like to play as a role. And then playing through Legacy, I've really grown that kinship to being the dispatcher because every single time I played the dispatcher, I love
Mhm.
it. Like, damn, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was good.
Thanks.
Damn it, Josette.
Yeah.
Here we
Oh man,
go.
that hurt.
All right, my number 2 pick. I'm also talking about a CCG actually.
Oh,
The
cool.
better one though,
Here we
Keyforge.
go. I was waiting for.
So Keyforge, they have a ton of, I guess what's called archons. I think that's what they're called, and so many. So there's everybody has its own unique name. So I really like that for one thing. But specifically, I have one called ZD Luca, the dojo inventor. I have the person who invented the dojo. I
Well,
love that.
Mhm.
that's actually kind of cool pick because you're the only one with that particular
That's what I'm
name.
saying.
Mhm.
Nobody can have this character. It's mine. Okay.
It's yours.
Oh
Wait.
man, I
Oh,
kind of hate
interesting.
you right now. Is that like your favorite deck?
Uh,
No.
it's one of my favorites.
All right, all right.
Oh no, wait. Actually, I think this one I don't like.
Oh, I hate your list so much
No,
right
no, no.
now.
This one's a pretty good one.
I don't even care. That
Okay.
sucks.
Why did it suck? What are you talking about?
First of all, Keyforge is a CCG. It's not a board game. No.
Stop. Stop. Enough.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, actually, that's kind of a cool bit just because of the
Kind of.
uniqueness to that Keyforge has in that sense. No,
It's a
I like
beautiful
that.
pick. It's a beautiful
I just
pick.
don't think of it as a character, I guess. So that's why I'm kind of just like,
It is a
eh.
character. What are you talking about?
It's the name of your deck is the way I view it.
It's not the name of my deck. It's
Yeah,
the
it's
name
the
of
name.
my archon.
I guess. I guess. All right. God, I
I
wanna.
mean, she's got physical proof. Am I right?
I
I
do.
I put TI4 as my number 3 on a previous list, and I got a lot of flack for it. So
Yeah,
I'm
because
not.
it was a bad pick. I don't know
Yeah,
what to
but you
tell
have a
you.
bad list. Oh my god. Are
Sibling
you
rivalry
kidding me?
happening right now. Oh my
Are you
god.
kidding me,
I
dude?
do not have a bad list. My list
Wait,
is
what was even your
amazing.
number 3 for this list? I don't even remember it.
My
That's how
little
bad it
side,
was.
you even agreed with
Yeah,
it.
you took a whole set of characters instead of just even all you had to say was like the bird ones, and I would have been fine. But you took the whole set of
Oh no.
characters.
Oh, I like the tiger looking ones.
It's too late. You're on your number 2. You're done.
You done.
It's over.
Enough. Go.
All right.
Horrible.
So I actually took the time to look up this person's name. So my number 2, uh, it's from a co-op game about World War One that we all really love, The Grizzled. Uh, and at the beginning of the game, you get to choose one of the characters as like a lucky charm that when you flip it, you get to get rid of that one threat. And it really doesn't actually matter too much which one you choose, but I always go for the same guy as long as he's available. Well, I go for the same 2 guys, I guess, but my favorite one from it, his name is Anselme Perrine. I might be messing that up. It's a French name, but it's the one with the love letter. Like
Yeah.
he has like he's holding a
Mhm.
letter with like the red heart at the bottom.
Yeah.
I love that character, and that's another one that I feel like I've grown a kinship to because like every time we play the Grizzled, I either go for him or Charles Solier, the one with the shovel. So those 2
Mhm.
characters, I guess, but specifically the love letter one because I choose one character for mine, uh, per the requirements of this list. And yeah, that's
There's
just
no
again
requirement.
another one.
It's there's no requirement.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just another one that I've just grown a kinship to over the years and really like his like look and everything. So yeah.
I thought about the Grizzled, but I wasn't
I
sure
did
if
too.
we yeah, I wasn't sure if we
Yeah.
could put it on because they were real people.
Not intellectual property though.
Yeah, I guess you're
I
right.
didn't know I didn't know they were real people. I didn't know they had names. I
Yeah.
forgot that.
And they are real people that fought in World War One, I believe.
Well, I learn new facts every
Huh.
day on this podcast.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
pretty cool.
My number 2 is also a specific person. It's Norman Withers from Eldritch Horror. I specifically chose this one. So the character just has like this long beard. He's like this old dude, like running through the cities, trying to figure everything out. I specifically chose him because I saw someone play him and sort of like do a character that I thought was really good. Wait, is everything okay? Why are we laughing?
That's an IP, Jozette.
Oh, is it? Frick! I
I'm
didn't know
sorry.
it was an
I'm
IP.
trying to hold it, but then I saw Justin laughing. And
Well,
I
my
burst it.
pick is gone. I didn't know that was an IP.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
because duh.
H.P.
Cthulhu.
Lovecraft. Exactly, it's
Yeah, I forget
Cthulhu.
this.
You know what's funny though?
Well,
I
he's gone
almost
now.
did the same thing where I almost
Yeah.
picked a character from Arkham Horror LCG and I was like, oh no, wait, that's an IP.
I
Exactly.
completely forgot it did. Well, then I'll just be quiet.
No,
Damn.
please continue.
Do continue. I mean, it's okay. We made mistakes. If
Well,
Melissa did this, oh my god, I think that would have hung up. I think that would have hung up.
I completely forgot HP. Oh, frick. Okay. Well, anyway, the reason I chose it is because I was watching like Will Wheaton play it. Do a playthrough. I've watched this
Oh.
playthrough. I can't tell you how many times. It's one of my favorites. But
Didn't I send you that?
you sure did. Yeah, you're the reason I watch it. You're
Very
also the
cool.
reason I watched Dice Tower.
Hey.
But yeah, anyway, so I saw someone play that character very well, and so I just have like a love for that character, despite him doing very poorly in that particular playthrough. Anyway, thank you.
All right, love it.
Okay. Well, at least it wasn't your number one.
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's
hope
true.
number one's okay.
This is so embarrassing for you.
Yeah, I know. It's like my worst moment. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
How will you recover? How will you recover?
I don't know.
Okay. My number one.
Let's hear it.
Okay. It is from. Oh no. Oh no, we're okay, I think.
Oh my god.
Are we?
Almost.
Did you make a me
I
mistake?
hope.
Don't
Okay,
bait me like
it
that.
is from King of Tokyo, but I don't think this monster actually exists. The Space Penguin.
I don't know, so I'm looking it up.
Well, either way, I love that character. Anytime we whip that game out, I'm always like, I'm gonna be the Space Penguin. Bo show. Especially, I really like King of Tokyo with the power up expansion where
Yes,
all
it
the
is.
different monsters.
It's an IP.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a literary series called Space Penguins.
There's no such thing.
I think that's the same ones.
Nope,
I
Nope.
think so.
can't be.
I'm not 100% because the art looks kind of different.
Exactly, can't be.
I think it is though. Come on,
Is Cyber Kitty a real one?
probably. Yeah, I think that's based on Hello Kitty.
Okay, so just because they're based on things doesn't mean that they are IP characters. Anyway, Space Penguin, the King of Tokyo. So yeah, the power up expansion, which gives all the monsters their own set of special abilities, is really cool.
So did I have chosen King from Kingdom Tokyo?
No, because we know that is King
Oh, we
Frog.
Come on.
Nobody knows about space penguins. Okay?
There's some person here who loves the comic book series
Nope.
or literary series, whatever it is.
Mhm.
Space
And they're
Penguins. I was like
Nobody
shedding
knows.
a tear right
mad.
now because of
Nobody knows
you.
it.
Yeah,
Nobody.
they're like, how so very dare you insult my
It doesn't
favorite thing,
exist.
Melissa.
Exactly.
Enough.
Remember 5 seconds ago when Justin was like, "Oh, what if Melissa did this?"
I
Okay,
think I'm
but
supposed to hang up now.
listen, nobody knew that space penguins existed before this episode.
Doesn't matter.
I
What?
mean, I didn't.
And so I win, and that is my
All right.
number one.
That's fair. Space Penguin is pretty cool.
Thank you. I know.
No, I could have seen me actually choosing that as us. Actually, no, I wouldn't have. I would have been too scared with King of Tokyo because I knew that some of them are very clearly inspired by an IP.
Nothing
Which actually,
scares
that
me.
is a gray area. Yeah, I'm sure. The last time we saw a bud in our house, 20 minutes later, you were pouring vinegar down the drain. So, all right, though. My number one is from Scythe. It's my favorite faction to play is Polania. But the characters it's like the Tamba character that I love. That is Anna and Wojtek or Anna and Wojtek. I don't know how to actually. I'm not sure how it would actually be pronounced. My assumption is that the W would turn into more of a V sound. But yeah, so I just think they look freaking cool. So
man.
she's just carrying this really cool rifle. Like she just looks super cool, right? It's not the rifle that looks cool. She's the one making it look cool. And but like the fact that she's just walking with this bear, it's like how cool can you get? You know, like if you want to assert dominance and you want to just look like nobody can mess with you, walk around with a bear. All right, and that's what she
That
does.
tracks.
All right, that's what she does. All right, and it just looks so freaking cool. Yeah, I don't know, like that design style thing. It's like I'm jealous, honestly. Like I wish that I had like a bear. If I was ever in that situation, I would want to be Anna and Wojtek. All right, if I had to choose one of them, I would choose the bear though. Like who I think is my favorite character between them, I would choose the bear.
Okay.
Okay. So my number one is the creature from Not Alone. Because so obviously we do not have, well, we do sort of have an image of them, like with that little alien dice
It's
little
me.
thing they use. It is you. It is basically you. But the thing I like about the character is just like how specific you can get, and you can like, this sounds bad, but you really can like target a person, which has happened to me, Justin. But I just think it's like if played well, like it's a really interesting mechanic, and the character can like do so many different things. And because it's like sort of a quicker game, it's just like fun to keep going, like switch a person out. Like I just think it's a cool character. It's like the first one I thought of when we were doing this. So
Yeah, that one I thought of at the last second, and it almost took the place of My Little Scythe characters.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah, it was almost the creature from Not Alone.
I didn't think of that one, but that's a cool one. I really do like the creature from Not Alone, so I like that. I respect that pitch.
Thanks. Yeah, it's inspired by you.
Hey, thank you,
Woo.
thank you.
All right, that was a really tough 3 for 3.
Yeah, that was cool though. I liked that one a lot.
That one was
Yeah.
fun. I actually sweated, but
Yeah.
my top 3 was really good. I don't care what anybody says. Space penguins do not exist in any other shape of the imagination.
All right.
Mhm.
And with that, this has been another Meet the Team. Thank you so much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Melissa McCack. You could also follow us on Facebook called Room 51. Let us know what you think. What would be your top 3 characters that you've found in board gaming? I'm sure that if we had more than 3 minutes, probably would have come up with better stuff. But either way, you've been listening to Room 51.